guys, the Camp and Russia here. Welcome back to another base tour here on Factions. Now, we've sort of gotten rid of the base tour show here on the channel, mostly because we've done a lot of base tours, and having one every single week and keeping it fresh and brand new, they sort of get semi-repetitive. So that's why we've taken a little break there on the series. So this might just be a random video, and we might start doing these videos just randomly throughout the weeks. If there's a base that's worth showing off, I think would be the general idea. And today, due to popular demand, the richest base on Cyan X, and I think the second richest base ever on the Archon, is of course held by the Watch. $5.577 billion is the value on this thing. And today I'm going to take you through it for today's video. So we've only looked at the IG part so far, and then of course our little box somewhere in the bottom. We're going to try and show it all off and do as much as we can. You guys have seen, if you watch the main faction show, you've probably already seen, and you can see it's so big it makes me lag, man. But you've seen the outside, the top, etc., and the walls, at least these inner walls, are lined with diamond blocks, gold blocks. I think those are they chicken spawners? Yeah, chicken spawners. So just showing their wealth right off the bat. Like not just 5 walls. There's at least 10 to 15 walls that are topped up with stuff like that. I'll just go this way to show you how many walls they have. Obviously, it's the full claim. I think it's 160 walls. They've got multiple check walls. And then here is the outside. So a lot of defense on this base. And I should show you below as well, because this is a big part of it, is the cobwebs as well. I don't know where the cobwebs actually are. They might come closer in, but they do have cobweb defense on this base, and that's a big reason why it's tough to raid these guys. I think, yeah, you can see the cobwebs right down here. So I think it's worth it. We'll show off everything today, even if we've seen some of it in the factions already. But yeah, here's all the cobweb defenses I was talking about. Seriously OP. And the reason why no one's gotten even close to raiding the Watch's base yet is just because of all the different defenses they do have. All right, let's head inside the base and show you around. It's a very large base inside. So I'm starting off, I should get out F1 just like that. I've got coordinates up here and there just to give you relativity. So right now we're at the, near the top of the base, 216Y. This way is what I showed off in the episode of Factions 2 days ago. And this is all the IG spawner. So I should probably show this off once again. Again, I'm gonna be lag spiking throughout this entire video. It's part of the base. The base is so OP that I just consistently get lag spikes. So I guess that just adds to the effect. But yeah, we looked at these IG spawners in yesterday's episode of Factions, so most of you have probably seen these already. Absolutely insane. I think this is the second most IGs I've ever seen in one spot. There was one Factions base tour episode on an OP well, I guess this is OP Facts as well, but one where the IGs weren't just from crate keys, where there was even more IGs than this. But this that's a huge amount. I'm not belittling that at all. So that is the IG spawners. Let's we'll slash descend downwards here just to re-show you the storage. Their storage is absolutely insane. They've got so many chests, and this is all for IGs. All these chests down here, plus the chest there, and then the ladders go up. All these chests are just to collect iron. So really, if you're the Watch, if you want to sell iron and make money, you can sell iron and make money. There's no restriction. You're always able to sell, because there's always an adequate amount of iron to be sold, which you don't see too often. Like, usually you got AFK for a little bit, not these guys get AFK 24 hours a day and then fill this entire thing up. Like, just think how long it would take to sell that much iron. That would take hours on hours on hours to get that stuff sold. So there's the IGs. We've already seen that, and that's the only part of this base you guys really saw. So let's get into it. Over on this side of the base is blaze spawners. Now I'm going to lag even more over here. And then down here leads to the main part of the base. We'll go see that in just a second. But let me briefly show you how many blaze there are up here. I don't know if there's more blaze or more IG spawners, because holy lord, is that a lot of blaze spawn. I can say right now, this is the most blaze spawners I've ever seen in one place. That's insane, dude. I don't even know. What do you think? 500 blaze in here? I don't know, man. And they've got the netherrack design, which adds the effect for sure. and just, you know, they're never going to run out of blaze rods or XP either. And I think the storage is quite similar to this. So let me, I'll probably just do this. And I've got a piece of obsidian to make my life easier here as we go. Their storage, I believe, they must have storage for, oh no, there's no storage for blaze. What am I saying? So no, there's no storage for blaze. Obviously, you just swing at these things with your sword, and all is good from there. So there are your main money-making, XP-making machines right here for the watch. These are their two babies right here, and my god, are they powerful. They got a random chest here. So now let's head down the ladder to kind of the main part. This base is not really made out of boxes. It's one big base. And for the watch people, obviously we've got our box. I think Abzia has a box, but that's really about it. There's not too many others who have a box. So there's the big H for Harambe. I know we call these guys the watch still, but they have fully switched over to the Harambe name, I guess. And as I'm lagging here, I'll quickly go show you kind of the layout of this thing. So, we've got one of these beautiful staircases. It's usually for climbing up, though, because I think there's a way to drop down. We've got the floating Harambe, which is... oh, these things crack me up, man. We've got a couple of these in our actual box. They worship this guy, man. They absolutely worship him. So, they got one floating up on their staircase. And how it works, this central area is surrounded by some red glass going into a netherrack area, and then some white glass going into a snowy, icy type of biome within their actual base. And then throughout you can kind of see the walls quickly, you know, they slowly morph into each other. I don't know, just a really cool design to this thing is the best way to say it. So as we're going here, when I was first looking at this thing, and more Harambe say, I had no idea what they, like, where did they store stuff? What is all this space actually used for? So we'll go into these rooms, because where the snow and nether rooms actually do have different purposes other than just looking good. But I thought I'd take you down this entire staircase first. Down in this area, there's only about, there's a few chests. I mean, just normal raiding. What do they got in here, actually? Oh, they got one of those glitched spawn eggs we showed off in the video, and they got one of those glitched horse eggs as well. So probably just random raiding, I don't want to store stuff kind of chest down here, and not really much use. Also a potion room. But the main areas, these, I guess the nether area and the snowy area, we'll head in here now, because there's actually, they do look nice, like I said, but at the same time, they do have some use to them. And one of those uses, I don't even know what these things are right here, but a bunch of chests right there that are completely empty. Again, probably, I would assume raiding chests, just because they're not water covered and they're kind of all over the place. But if we head up this, I don't even know, I guess you can climb this. It's a little weird. It looks nice, but it does function at the same time, and I think they found a good balance of that. But usually you come, like, you don't enter usually from down there. The easiest way to do so is from up top, and there's a staircase into at least the snowy area. I don't know about the other area with the big H for the Harambe or whatever they're all about. I guess this is their new symbol, as it seems. But if we head underneath into this room, this is their storage for more spawners, the creeper and the pigmen. So let me fly up here and check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Dude, they got even more spawners. You think they'd be done with the blaze and the iron golem, but no, man. They got at least 100 pigmen right here, and then obviously these aren't the best spawners to use in factions, and I think that's why they focused less on it. But nonetheless, they still do have a bunch of storage, so they can make basically just using the gold and making god apples would be the primary use of those. And then it splits off with this obsidian wall right here, and this goes into, I believe, we'll slash ascend here quickly. I believe this is into the creeper grinder. So this is for all the creepers as well. Again, that would be for TNT. So these things don't make as much money, they just save you money, which, you know, look, you can look at it, you can look at that both ways. If you're saving money, you're making money technically at the same time, which is real nice. So this is how they make their TNT with all these creeper spawners, and obviously with the pigmen, that's how they're making their god apples. Again, this base, very big, very good looking, very beautiful, but it actually functions. It's got a lot of stuff that actually functions in here, and they have so much storage. Like, compared to what we're used to seeing, they've got the same design as the IGs and the well, not the blades, the IGs, where they've just got rows and columns of chests for storing this stuff, which just makes it easier when people do want to sell, they can sell whatever they need to. So that's the snowy room. That's the main function of this room. We'll go down this staircase just to make sure I didn't miss anything. We did miss something over here. So this over here is just some water cover chests. So this is where they're storing most of their extra stuff. I don't even know. They don't even have the redstone or anything on it. I don't even know how many of these things are actually full. It looks like a bunch of them are empty. But they got a nice big protected storage area right there that I guess they're not using yet, but they will at some point. So that is mainly this area. I don't think I've missed anything in here. There's so many random different compartments. I want to make sure I don't miss anything, but I think that's mainly it for the snow area. So let's head into the nether fire area, whatever it is. Again, you weirdly walk through Harambe's legs, which a little bit awkward, but I guess that's all their faction is about. They worship this guy, like I said. So let's head into this area right away. And there's a cool thing behind this. I think we're going in there yet. Now, so this is they purely store iron blocks in here. So they save up all their iron and they store all of their iron blocks in these, and you can see with the iron block on top, in these chests. So as soon as someone activates a booster here on the Archon, then these people will go, they'll grab their stuff, they'll go to the shop, and they'll just sell and make millions of dollars off of it. It's insane. So they've got a really good system of selling where they don't just constantly sell. They only sell when the booster is active so that they're making whatever, I think it's 1.5 times the money for each sale. So that's a very efficient strategy. They have this, the only reason they have these chests is to store iron blocks, not even iron ingots, iron blocks. So that's a very important room here on the nether side of things. That might be the only room out of this entire area here. That might be the only function of this area is for those nether blocks. But I guess they had to add this in to make it look good. So the inside of the Watch's base is obviously very good, and it does got a lot of functioning areas. But I don't know. I feel like there's a little bit of wasted space. But I don't even know if they really need the extra space anyways. So I'm not judging them or anything like that. It's just there's space that could be used, but it doesn't look like they need to use that space, is how I'm saying it, because they're good factions players. They know what they're doing, and they don't need to take advice from a guy like me. But they got I don't know, just a lot of unused space that looks really good. So I mean, that was their choice, and I think it was a good choice, to be honest. So that's their main area, basically. That's all that's in here. We'll go down briefly because I think we're at level 151 right now. So if I descend even more, we go into a glitched layer of sorts, and then that kind of is the final defenses of the actual base. But down here, we should be able to hopefully see a couple of the boxes is what I'm looking for. Let's actually dig into this wall here and see what we can find, because I think the boxes are in this area. So still heavily defended. Yeah, you can see a box there, box there, box there. Not sure if they're all being used or if any of them have been infiltrated into yet. But they are down here, and this kind of gives you, and then there's a bedrock vault there. It kind of gives you a good idea of where we are located, because I don't know exactly where we are, but I know we're in this general location. And yeah, even in here you can see a bunch of storage, diamond, gold, lots of different area here, and just different vaults, different boxes at the bottom. The two main ones are the Team Nudist one, and then the Absia. Those are the two main boxes. I'm gonna see if I can locate the Absia. I really don't know where it is, but we'll take a peek around quickly. So I can't seem to find it, so we'll end up actually going into this bedrock vault and see. There is some stuff. So this bedrock vault is actually being used. I don't know whose it is. This is not Sujin's bedrock vault. Obviously, that one looks a little bit different, but either way, this is the box area still. Even though it's underneath the base and not with the main defenses, it's still heavily defended and probably will hopefully never get raided, but who knows. It's a little bit less defended than the main base, but it is it's still heavily defended, and I think we're gonna be just fine. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of today's video, touring one of the richest bases to ever exist here on the Archon server. So it's really cool to see, and I thought it was worth the video today. If you guys did enjoy, touch that like button. If you're new around here, join the Rushers by subscribing to my channel. And of course, if you guys want to see more of this type of thing, I know there's a really rich base on silver, or I guess there was, we just reset, but there's a really rich faction on there in the billions as well. So there is different bases in the billions throughout the Archon. I'd love to show them off randomly throughout the days. Let me know if you want to see that. Other than that, have yourselves a beautiful day. We'll talk to you all later. Goodbye.